So, I am super, super excited. I say that before all my videos, kind of, but it's always true. But today I'm chatting with Sanjay, who lives in France, just outside Paris, and we are talking about some of my favorite topics because you may not know this about me, but I'm actually obsessed with like kind of everything related to dating and that sort of thing. I love. So what we're going to talk about today is what it's like dating in France and some of the cultural differences that come with it. Now, you have a girlfriend, so he's lucky. So he's going to give me some of the dirt on what it's like for his friends. So it's great. There's a little anonymity. You got your girlfriend. She came here from India. So tell me just a little bit about what that was like, bringing your girlfriend here to be with you, and then we'll get into some dating stories.
So I didn't expect that I would be maintaining a long distance relationship when we met for the first time. Like we thought we'd just work in the same
city.
You met
in India?
Yeah, we met in India and we studied the same course together for 4 years. And after that, I had to move to France because of some reasons. I found a good topic to study here, and it was not really the easy part to drift away from India. Leaving my family, my girlfriend back home and coming here was really a big move for me.
And then why didn't you want to just start over? I mean, you're in a new country. You could just find a new girl, but you decided this.
Yeah, it's easy to say that, but it's not easy to leave something which you love for 4 or 5 years. You see, it's not. I would go back to India than trying to quit a relationship and start all over.
That's so sweet. And I did hear that. Also the Indian community. Like, would you say it's a strong Indian community here in?
It depends
France
on the
and
city.
Paris? It depends.
Yeah,
Paris. How do you feel
yes.
Paris? Mm-hmm.
You do have a lot of Indians, but other cities no.
Mm-hmm. And so what do your friends tell you about the dating scene here and what that's like?
So, well, my goal was to get my girlfriend from India to here, so I didn't really look on for dating, go out with French women or something, but then I had friends who were single. So they wanted, we used to go out, right? Like we had 4 guys. I was not looking for, but I was trying to help them be their wingman and,
That's good.
Yeah, so the main problem, I guess, is getting to speak, because French girls or French women in general are outside of Paris don't speak English.
Okay.
So if you don't speak French, it's really hard to get involved in a conversation and continue it further.
And so how would people try to date anyway? Was it like out at like a nightclub bar situation?
We tried it. So my friends.
Doesn't sound like it was successful.
It's often hard to get into a serious relationship like this. Even you meet, you talk to girls, fine, but then it just ends there. Don't continue for the next day.
Would they like get the girl's number and then get ghosted, or?
Yeah, but the girls never replied.
Oh.
So they got the numbers, but they never responded. So I didn't see anybody who was successful in going to a nightclub and getting into a relationship. No.
Okay, so the clubbing that was kind of didn't work, but I assume they didn't give up. What's the next strategy?
So the second strategy was to meet with friends of friends.
That's a good strategy.
See, you do have French friends. Like we had colleagues studying with us.
Okay.
So we go out with them. They introduce their friends, and it's not a nightclub setting, but it's more like meeting at somebody's place where you meet for a
casual
fondue
mingling,
or just drinking beer.
A fondue, so French.
Yeah, I studied in Grenoble, and that's a common, like you drink wine and eat fondue with baguette. That's classic.
Okay, so you invite the ladies over, the fondue is there. Was this more successful?
It's not we who invited, it's the French friend who organized it at his or her place. So we used to go there and we used to meet others, right? Some girls are single. So my friends were all guys who were looking for partners. So my part is just the male side of it.
Right.
So I didn't know any Indian girl who was looking for a partner here. So
did it work well with these meetups?
Yes, so I had some good friends like this. So my intention was not to date, but my intention was to make friends from different regions of France. Because what happens is in Grenoble or anywhere in France, people don't really come from that city itself.
Right.
They come from different regions of France to study in Grenoble, for example. Right. So all I met were from Paris, from Lille, from some smaller cities which you wouldn't have heard of. So I met them. I'm still in touch with many friends, colleagues, which is sweet because now I get to interact and learn about
But
them.
you were looking for friends. You were successful in finding them, but were your friends finding girlfriends or partners?
Because the intention. So when you want to date someone, don't make it so obvious.
Right.
That-
Don't seem desperate.
Yeah, that's it. If you avoid that, it's good.
So were your
I
friends
still have
desperate?
friends who are singles, but I'm not looking for relationships. So that's a different. We are still in touch.
So now here's the thing.
Yeah.
So were most of your friends, were they looking for Indian partners or were they looking
No.
for just anybody?
Well, my friends weren't looking for Indian partners. We didn't even see Indian women for so long. I had 2 Indian guys with me and 2 others from different nationalities, but we didn't meet any Indian girl, as I said. So they weren't looking for Indians here now. We are looking for mainly friends because I guess there is a lot of cultural difference, right?
Yeah.
Like Indians usually think alike, and my friends wanted to see the other way of life. So
And what do you think this other way, like what do you think are these main cultural differences coming from India, being in France?
okay, that's really broad.
Yeah.
But for me, there are some obvious things which I never thought of or nobody told me when I came here. So, apart from the dating aspect, in terms of, so I came here on a Saturday, so I slept nicely, and then I woke up on Sunday. I decided to go to buy something, and everything shut.
I was going to say, I know where this is going.
Yeah.
I was shocked as well, coming from the U.S. and I've been in India just before I came to France. On Sundays here,
It's a
good
nightmare.
luck. You have to know exactly where to go if you want to find stuff open. Grocery stores,
Yeah.
restaurants, they can be closed.
Probably now it's changed in Grenoble, but when I came, Sunday is done, nothing.
I can only imagine because Paris shuts down quite a bit, so
Yeah.
another city, I can't even fathom what it would be like.
No, I couldn't find milk or cereals or anything for myself. So, okay, there are some shops which you must look and search for, but not the supermarkets, not the major ones.
And what about with respect to interacting with people? What do you think the major cultural differences
The language.
are? The language is
Yeah.
right. That's huge.
And I feel so. I'm not gonna say Indians are not polite, but French are too polite. You see, so that's a big gap there.
Yeah.
So we don't say merci for everything, right? Here, even if you just leave place for an old lady to go, she would say merci, and
Yeah.
that doesn't happen in India.
I've had a friend
So-
who was Indian get mad at me for saying thank you because he was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
he was like,
That happens.
He
It
was
happens to me now.
yeah, he was like, don't say thank you to me. It was like we're friends, you know. And I was so shocked because in the U.S., even with your friends, you say thank you and different things. But he was like, you know. But yes, in France, it's, you know, I feel like it's polite, but it's rude polite. It's like you have to say bonjour and merci, but people will still look at you like, what do you want? You know? But you do sort of have
But
to
if
do
you don't
these
say that,
niceties.
then you'll be in trouble.
It's true.
You can't just walk into a place and ask for something without saying bonjour.
That's absolutely true. Do you speak French?
Yeah, now I do.
Now you do. Okay. I'm still working on it. It's difficult.
I can feel it. The 5 years ago when I came,
Yeah.
you go and you say parlez-vous anglais, and the expression you get on their face, that was my motivation to learn French.
Yeah. But see, that's why I don't do it. I don't ask if they speak English usually. What I do is I just try to ruin the French, you know, the language. Like I'm trying, but I'm like, c'est possible de le... And then eventually they'll just transition me to English. That's how you do it without having to ask them to speak English. They just like take pity on you.
Yeah, for sure. That works.
It's like the sad strategy. Actually, I don't even know if I recommend it. But okay, what about are there other things that, okay, so we've got the interactions and the language. But, you know, I do find like, I wonder if you've noticed this, but I kind of feel like also space and boundaries is a little bit different with the French. Like I actually think a lot are close talkers. I don't know if you know, but actually in India, people tend to be a little bit close just by necessity because it's crowded.
Yeah.
But I wonder if you
If you're
found...
too far, you don't hear.
I wonder,
It's too noisy.
I wonder if your friends, either in dating context or in general, if there was like a spatial issue. Maybe I'm weird about my space.
So this has to do with French culture. So, you know, bisou concept, right?
Right.
So
Bisou, in case you don't know, it's the kissing.
So it was really weird for not me but my friend. So he he had to say bisou,
Yeah.
and by chance he sort of hugged her because he didn't know what to do, and then it was
Yeah.
really weird. The girl said, "Hey, no, I'm not trying to hug you," and so you see,
yeah.
he wasn't even trying to hug. He
Right.
just didn't know how to do it, and that sort of. So after the bisou, you maintain the distance. It's just when you
Right.
meet someone, even if it's complete stranger, you do a bisou.
Right.
So that's normal here, and for us, it was a bit awkward
And
at the beginning.
it would be awkward, especially I think particularly coming from India, where men and women aren't really supposed to touch each other
Yeah, no.
so much at all. And now not only do you have to kind of touch, but like your faces are so close together,
Yeah.
it would be a little bit strange.
Second is better, I feel.
Shaking hands.
Even today, I prefer if especially if it's. I mean, I don't do with men. So
Yeah.
if it's with women, I prefer if they take the initiative, then I'm
Right.
happy. If not, I wouldn't do it myself.
So I have a confession. I think I forced the bisou on him when we
No,
first
but that's. I don't feel uncomfortable now, but I
Yeah.
would feel I'm trying to be desperate if I initiate it.
Right. See, I never know what to do. Honestly, just in general, because I don't like shaking hands, and I've never liked shaking hands as an American. So, like with shaking hands, I
But
always
what would you do?
in the U.S.
Yeah.
I try to avoid it. Like I'm really awkward, to be honest. So, like I'll have my hands in my pocket, or I'll oh, I'm sorry, my hands are dirty. I'll do something weird because I don't like shaking hands. I
You just say
know.
hi and.
Yeah, I'm just like hi, but then some people get offended, so I have to shake their hand. But I would rather hug. I would rather do the bisou, because like hands are so dirty. Like I don't know where they've been.
Okay. Yeah.
But I think also in India, coming from India, you don't have this concern because also when I'm in India, I don't have that concern. Though, to be fair, like I'll eat anything with my hands. Like I'm on a bus, I'm paying for something, and then I'm eating snacks wrapped in newspaper from my hand, and it's like a different mindset. But like when I'm kind of here, I feel like I'd rather do that.
I'm more cautious about the hand now, especially when you travel from metros. You get out of it.
I do feel like the hygiene in France is a little questionable, and yeah, metros are so dirty, and then you have to shake hands. So
Yeah.
come on, Team Bisou.
Yeah, I've gotten used to it now.
Yeah.
But as I said, I wouldn't initiate it myself, not to look like being
Right.
desperate.
I can understand. So your friends, I'm just going to get back to my last dating question for you. Like, do you feel overall it's easier for your friends to date here in France, or
So, going by the statistics, my 4 friends, just one ended up dating a lot of women, and the other 3 didn't. So,
one in four? But
it really depends. So, I don't know what.
it's interesting, and it depends how you define success. So you're saying he's dating a lot of women, which I imagine could be fun. But is it going anywhere? Like, is he looking for marriage, a real relationship?
Not in his case, no.
Okay. So 1 out of 4 is having fun. 3 out of 4 are home alone.
Yeah, maybe he got them because he didn't want to continue further, so maybe that's what the woman also preferred. So
Right.
I don't know. The others I knew, they were willing to have a serious relationship, but they couldn't.
Dating is hard.
That's just 4 friends of mine. So
Right.
I know the other part of the story where for women it's much easier to get a friend's partner. I know so many Indian women here who got married.
Yeah.
So
Right,
I
I
think the
interviewed
other
one.
part of the story is
And
better.
I interviewed, Indian woman. If you haven't seen that video, I'll post the link. And yeah, she married a French man super happily. So I guess maybe it's different. It's easier for women than men. Sorry to hear that. I hope that your friends are maybe an anomaly. Maybe for other guys it's easier. I don't know. You can let me know in the
Should do
comments.
some statistics on that.
I know we need to ask your friends, and then we'll have to I'll have to put a comment, start like this chain of people answering, so we can see how it's going. Or other guys just need to do what you've done and bring their girlfriends with them.
I was lucky, so I had a girlfriend back home. I was really lucky.
Right.
So I don't know. My friends didn't. So
Right.
if they had a choice, probably they would do the same. But
Right. Well, I was hoping to hear some really fantastic, love, it's so easy over here in France. But I guess that's not the reality. Dating is hard. A lot of places, even my friends in the U.S. complain about dating and how hard it is to find somebody. So I guess that's how it is here as well. But I'm glad we had a chance to chat today. I really appreciate your time. And if If you haven't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe to my channel. There's a lot more coming up. I'm doing a whole series talking to different expats here in France, getting some of that expat experience. So there's a lot more to come.